From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Demonstrators gather in front of the Supreme Court as the battle over immigration goes to the top justices in the nation.
New details on the voting lawsuit against Arizona, what the Democrats suing hope to achieve, and what the suit will mean for the state.
A healthier community, health prevention, then, and to be looking out for those things.
And how some Valley barbers are becoming health advocates in their communities.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Jackie Padilla.
And I'm Jesse Schultz. Thanks for joining us. Another divisive day in Washington as the battle over the Obama administration's policies on deferred deportation hit the U.S. Supreme Court. Arizona is one of 26 states included in the case that could affect millions of undocumented immigrants. Cronkite News reporter Lauren Clark found out how this case affects the lives of those protesting.
For the thousands of protesters that showed up today at the Supreme Court, this is much more than just a lawsuit. It could determine if they'd be able to stay with their families or continue their lives here in the U.S.
And they get deported, who stays behind? Their children stay behind.
Thousands gathered outside the Supreme Court while the justices heard oral arguments for one of the most important cases this year, the U.S. versus Texas. The ruling would dramatically affect the life of one Arizona resident, Claudia.
I am undocumented myself. I'm fighting for myself, for my husband, for my brother, for my mom.
Parents like Claudia could avoid deportation and stay with their children born here in the U.S. under a policy proposed by the Obama administration in 2012. But Texas, along with 25 other states, including Arizona, argue it's an unlawful and unconstitutional move.
It's not the way things work under the U.S. Constitution. It's not the way things work in our democratic republic.
But for others, it's the chance to live without worrying if a family member will be sent away.
It just tarnishes the family apart. Like, you don't know when you're going to see them again.
This case could also affect
up to 150,000 people in Arizona that would be benefited by the order.
But the impact of this case is far greater, say opponents, than just this program, arguing that these actions is a recipe for disaster.
That is the nature of our government. It always changes. The reason we have a constitutional system is to protect you.
Still, advocates are undeterred. It's not tomorrow they are worried about, but the impending threats of today.
Our communities have a voice, and our voice is going to be heard.
Now, we most likely will not be hearing a decision until June. However, with the possibility of a split 4-4 vote, this could be just another battle in an ongoing war. Live in Washington, Lauren Clark, Cronkite News.
Families here in Arizona directly impacted by the case gathered at the state capitol for a prayer vigil and a rally.
And they spoke to Cronkite News reporter Mauricio Casillas about what's at stake.
Dozens of those affected by the Obama administration's deferred deportation programs took to the Capitol today to share their stories. For many undocumented, the Supreme Court's decision could offer a chance to allow them to come out of the shadows. The Supreme Court's decision on DACA and DAPA affects more than 137,000 people in Arizona directly. Their future in this country all rests on this case. Dozens of immigrants gathered outside the state capitol are on edge as oral arguments for the case began.
Today is very important. I'm feeling a mix of emotions right now. I'm excited, but I'm also panicked.
Promise Arizona, an immigration rights group, organized this rally, which included an 18-hour prayer vigil.
I have a lot of faith that the Virgin Mary is looking out for us at this moment.
While the United States Supreme Court deliberates the fate of DACA and DAPA, families across the country, particularly here in Arizona, are having their own discussion about what the future holds for them and their families.
We've talked to the kids about the possibility of having to move back to Mexico, but they don't want to go because they've never been there. They don't know what it's like.
Several dreamers are afraid they will have to drop out of school if DACA is repealed.
I'm proud to be a dreamer, and I'm proud to be a contributing member of this society, especially because 10 years ago, when I moved to the States from South Korea, I could not fathom being a law student.
While the case is now moving forward, they and millions of other immigrants won't have a decision from the Supreme Court until this summer.
We need to come out of the shadows, and they need to take our rights into consideration. They don't do that right now because we don't have papers.
Promise Arizona is organizing another prayer vigil for immigrant families at the Capitol this evening at 7 p.m. Mauricio Casillas, Cronkite News.
The presidential candidates are in a New York state of mind as tomorrow's primary proves to be a vital piece in both races to the nomination. On the Democratic side, presidential hopefuls Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders are campaigning in New York today. Polls show Clinton with a sizable lead in her home state. Both candidates are hoping a high voter turnout will sway the results in their favor, as there are 291 delegates at stake.
We usually win the independent vote 2-1. So we're kind of spotting Secretary Clinton a whole lot in that regard. But if the voter turnout is high, if working people come out to vote, if young people come out to vote, we can win this thing.
If you will stand up for me and vote tomorrow, the polls will be open until 9 p.m. I will stand up and fight for you through this campaign and into the White House.
In the race to the nomination, Hillary Clinton currently leads with 1,758 delegates. Bernie Sanders trails behind with 1,076 delegates. 2,383 are needed to win the nomination. On the Republican side, Donald Trump has a double-digit lead in his home state, where 95 delegates are up for grabs. Both Trump and Kasich have been campaigning in New York today. After his win in Wyoming over the weekend, Ted Cruz has moved on to Maryland to campaign for next week's primary.
Now, I'm winning by a lot, and a lot of people say, don't complain, you're winning. And I think we'll get there on the first ballot, actually, and we're going to have a big day, hopefully, in New York, because I love New York, and a guy like Cruz, you heard his statement on values, New York values, and I can't imagine any New Yorker voting for Cruz.
As the nation is looking to Maryland to decide, do we nominate Donald Trump and hand the election to Hillary Clinton? Or do we unite behind the Cruz campaign and beat Hillary Clinton?
Currently, Trump is in the lead with the nomination with 744 delegates. Ted Cruz comes in second with 559. John Kasich has 144. 1,237 delegates are needed to win the nomination.
Today is the last day to register to vote in order to participate in the May 17th special election. The special election features propositions about education funding and changes to retirement plans for public safety employees. The Maricopa County Recorder's Office plans to open more than 100 polling places after outrage over the March's presidential preference election. We have new details now on a lawsuit facing Arizona following the presidential preference election. Cronkite News reporter Audrey Wheel explains the goals of the suit and the state's plans for future elections. Democrats nationally and locally are joining forces in a suit that hopes to change how polling places are chosen and ballots are counted. What started as long lines at the polls soon after turned into protests.
This is a travesty.
And now, a lawsuit.
The Democratic National Committee, the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee, the Kirkpatrick for Senate campaign with the Arizona Democratic Party, and both of our candidates' campaigns are joining that lawsuit to sue the state of Arizona over their horrendous voter suppression laws.
The lawsuit claims Arizona denied people access to the polls and hopes to change that for future elections. In the past, Arizona was required to get federal approval for polling plans. That changed in a 2013 Supreme Court ruling. And now the lawsuit seeks to bring back some of that oversight. It asks the U.S. District Court in Phoenix to review proposed polling locations before the general election. And not just the issue of how many locations there are, but also where they are, to prevent discrimination against minority voters. And Maricopa County officials are open to making changes.
And if it takes a federal judge to bring election reform in the state of Arizona, I welcome it. We need monumental changes to our election laws. I welcome the lawsuit.
As far as the rest of this year goes, the Maricopa County Recorder's Office says it will have 116 polling places for the special election in May, nearly double the amount available for the presidential preference election back in March. And 724 polling places are planned for the general election in November. That's one polling place per precinct. In the Broadcast Center, Audrey Wheel, Cronkite News.
A barbershop in the Valley gives more than just buzz cuts.
Coming up on Cronkite News, how one Phoenix barber is cutting hair and blood pressure levels.
The true measure of all our actions is how long the good in them lasts.
This is who I am, where I'm from.
If you're on the right side of history, you can accomplish anything.
It's a connection between your present and your past.
Come this way. This is good. This is very good.
We are attempting to fulfill the promise of America.
The stories about who we are shape us.
This chance to go through a time machine.
Good heavenly days.
We should know our history.
It informs, but it doesn't constrict you.
It's a framework to carry out human activity.
The sky is the limit.
It started a long time ago.
For only the third time in the award's 74-year history, a Phoenix-based news operation wins the prestigious Alfred I. DuPont Columbia Award for Excellence in Broadcast Journalism. And this year, that news operation is Cronkite News, the news division of Arizona PBS, honored for its work on the groundbreaking documentary, Hooked, Tracking Heroin's Hold on Arizona. Cronkite News at Arizona PBS, award-winning journalism you can count on from the station you trust.
African Americans suffer in high numbers from heart disease, with more than 40% of adults diagnosed with cardiovascular problems.
One cause is high blood pressure. Reporter Blake Bernard stopped by a Phoenix barbershop where they're hoping to inspire a healthy change.
For many African American men, the barbershop is a second home, and the barbers are viewed as wisdom bearers and leaders. Now they're leveraging their role to become community health advocates. Anthony Gathers opened AG's Hair Center in 1996 simply because he liked to cut hair. Now, 20 years later with 2 locations, he fully understands what the barbershop means to his community.
This is, more a greeting place and a meeting place for young men, older men, kids and everything else.
Here in these chairs at AG's, regular customers chat with their barbers about everything from sports to politics. And that creates a place for them to also discuss things like personal health. The American Heart Association approached Gathers a few years ago with a simple idea: installing blood pressure monitors at the shop for customers to use.
Black men don't like to go to the doctor. Oh, we're all right, we're tough, we're rough, and some of us don't have the insurance to go, and if we do, we feel that we're invincible sometimes.
Olga Davis has examined healthcare issues for years and is convinced the barbershop is a place where change can happen.
It's a space for men to come and to engage one another and to talk to one another, have discourse in ways that they usually don't in any other space.
And others are becoming interested in the Arizona experiment.
Individuals calling the barbershops from Detroit, from Columbus, Ohio, I think as far as Florida.
In Phoenix, Gathers has seen it inspire individual change.
Some people go and put the cuff on themselves and they want to know where they're at. Or if somebody doesn't know, they say, sure, take my blood pressure, and then we educate them.
One side note, the American Heart Association says nearly half of African American women suffer from cardiovascular disease. So Davis hopes to expand this program into beauty salons. Blake Bernard, Cronkite News.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, teen use of e-cigarettes has jumped sharply, going from 4.5% in 2013 to 13.4% in 2014, the most recent year for which numbers are available. Reporter Maricela Ramirez in our Washington bureau has details on what's behind the trend.
Critics say the increase in e-cigarette use by teens is no accident, but the result of the industry targeting teens.
They're using social media. We've seen commercials on radio stations that their demographic is a younger audience.
Along with social media, Bonita Panina with the American Cancer Society says that tobacco companies are also creating products that appeal to a younger demographic.
They put these flavorings in them to attract younger audience and younger users to the product.
But Gregory Conley, the president of the American Vaping Association, said social media is not just for kids. He says that social media promotions is meant for adults that have quit smoking cigarettes and switched to vaping.
They use social media to learn about new products, to get advice, to give advice,
these companies are not marketing to children. They are reaching out to adult consumers who have already shown an interest in their products.
But health experts say it's hard to track the impact of e-cigs because they are so loosely regulated.
It's turned out to be a lot harder than we thought because they are all so different depending upon what you pick up in the store. Electronic cigarettes have no regulation at this time. They're one of the very few products that have no oversight. So a manufacturer can create them however they want. They can put any chemical that they want into them.
Panino hopes that e-cigarettes will be regulated the same way tobacco products are.
We would really like FDA to take action. The sooner they take action, the better, and that it would be nationwide.
Currently, only 3 cities in Arizona regulate e-cigarettes, including Gilbert, Tempe, and Guadalupe. Reporting in Washington, Maricela Ramirez, Cronkite News.
A push to recapture the Iraq city of Mosul results in action from the U.S. military.
Coming up on Cronkite News, how many troops are being sent overseas to fight ISIS.
Plus, how one local cafe is serving up your favorite Starbucks drink, all while giving back.
In the middle of rather a drama.
I've been thinking about the circumstances of the crime and the nature of love.
It's romantic, is it? Isn't it?
Seems to me as if the answer is right in front of you.
I'm a high-functioning sociopath. You are being irrational.
Need to go.
Will you do a blood test?
No.
You want to hit me now?
Do you think that makes me a wicked woman, sister?
Will the prisoner rise?
There is only one thing I would like.
Pain.
Sex?
Heartbreak.
Or love? Oh, yummy. Stop it!
Papa? Is everything all right in there?
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
The Boston Marathon began this morning and is filled with Boston Strong images and exciting wins. Adrian Haslett is one of 21 Boston Marathon bombing survivors running today. As for winners, defending champion Marcel Hoog took first in the men's wheelchair race. USA's Tatiana McFadden won for the 4th straight year in the women's wheelchair race, and Ethiopians took gold for both the women's and the men's races. In her first Boston Marathon, Atseda Basse won, while 21-year-old Lemmy Haley claims the title in his first Boston Marathon win with a time of 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 45 seconds.
The U.S. is sending 200 more troops and a number of Apache helicopters to Iraq to assist in the fight against ISIS. The announcement comes during a push to retake the city of Mosul. The decision is the result of weeks of discussions with commanders and Iraqi leaders and the decision made by President Obama to increase the authorized troop level in Iraq. Defense Secretary Ash Carter was in Iraq today to talk about the decision.
We are going to place additional advisors with the Iraqi security forces now down to brigade and battalion headquarters. Important. Second, we're going to make available attack helicopters in support of the ISF's ongoing efforts to envelop and then retake Mosul, an important capability.
Arizona's Women's Education and Employment has received a 3-year, $1 million grant from the U.S. Department of Justice for a program to reduce recidivism for up to 200 women being released from Perryville Prison. The Women Living Free program will help these women re-enter into the community with mentoring, family reunification, civil legal assistance, employment, and pro-social activities.
A cup of coffee, one pump opportunity, and a sprinkle of hope. Cronkite News reporter Sydney Glenn found one local cafe that serves up a little something extra.
Helpings Cafe in downtown Phoenix provides a fresh start to its employees. From homeless families to former felons, this cafe is making a difference one latte at a time.
Makes you want to, live again.
Helpings Cafe Catering and Market is a social enterprise business, providing job training and a fresh start.
I have some felonies, and my background check, when I go through my background check, it's hard for me to get placed in a job.
Here, buying one of those specialty coffee drinks, the ones with extra whip or no foam, will provide dinner for a homeless child.
And every time you buy a cup of coffee, look what you're doing for us. Like, wouldn't you like to come get your fresh cup of joe and then knowing you're providing for a family?
All in benefit of UMOM programs, trying to stop homelessness and give people the courage they need.
Well, before this, I was in a domestic violence issue. Now that I'm here doing the program, that hopefully I could get a good job and not have to come back here or go back to the abuser.
From day one of the program to the last day, completing that first step toward a new beginning.
The transformation can almost be called miraculous. It really is an amazing transformation.
And for Mitty, looks like her first day is quite busy, but her love for coffee won't be stopping here.
My own coffee shop. Honestly, yes. That's what has been on my mind and one of my goals I want to do.
Last year, Helpings Cafe Catering and Market raised $166,000 for UMOM. You can visit the cafe near 32nd Street in Van Buren. I'm Sydney Glenn, Cronkite News.
With the NBA playoffs now underway, college athletes are turning their attention to the upcoming draft. But this time, there's not as much pressure.
Coming up on Cronkite News, how the NCAA is making it easier for student athletes to decide if they should enter in the draft and how that affects professional teams.
We are here tonight to explore tough issues.
You've got to have people around you who aren't just laying rose petals in front of your way. And I kid you not, this is true.
Trust is everything.
This has been so much fun.
It's about reaching people.
There are more players on the world stage. The issues are more complex.
We ask the questions that take us closer to the truth.
What happened and what might happen.
Because that's what we do.
Would you like doing something like I do?
I couldn't do this. I'm not qualified.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. Hi, I'm Charlie Rose. As part of the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at ASU, Arizona PBS is providing a state-of-the-art venue for the next generation of journalists. From newsrooms in Washington, Los Angeles, and here in Phoenix, students engage in real-time, real-world news reporting, broadcast production, and online innovation. The Cronkite School and Arizona PBS working together in new ways to bridge the classroom to the community in the digital age.
There often comes a time when college athletes decide whether they have what it takes to play professionally.
Cronkite News reporter Johnny Soto explains how the NCAA is making it easier for student athletes who are wondering if they should enter the NBA draft before their college days are over.
In early January, the NCAA implemented 2 new rules for the 2016 NBA draft and going forward. Some members of the Phoenix Suns say the new rules may present new dilemmas.
With the first pick in the 2015 NBA draft,
for years, college athletes had to make a tough choice if they were ready to put their name in the NBA draft. Once they declared they could no longer play college ball if they did not get drafted, they had to play overseas and their college years were done. However, that has changed as the NCAA is now allowing students to enter the NBA draft as many times as they want and still go back to college on the court and in the classroom.
People get to, see what the NBA is saying about them. Get a better idea if they should come out or not. Protect some of those kids that enter and then, have to go overseas.
Suns guard Ronnie Price says he would not have exercised this new rule when he was in college several years ago.
I had no intentions of leaving school early, and I enjoyed playing, college ball, so I just played basketball to play the game. I thought about the NBA after my senior year in college.
Head coach Earl Watson believes college players need to embrace their educational experience and not be too eager to leave.
Choose your school with purpose. Don't choose it with a purpose to make money. Choose it with a purpose of education and a place where you know after you get done playing basketball, you can live off your experiences in school and your relationships.
Price hopes the NCAA continues to improve their rules for college students entering the league.
Whatever rule they put in place to kind of help guys make a quicker decision or a better decision that best suits their career, then I'm for it.
The NCAA also extended the deadline for student athletes to change their mind about entering the draft. They now have 10 days after scouts take a look at them compared to the old deadline of 60 days before the draft. In the broadcast center, Johnny Soto, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS.
Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, we'll update the financial aid collaboration between ASU and Starbucks, and we'll hear from the author of a new book on the turbulent times of a black entrepreneur. It's on the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Judy Woodruff. On the next NewsHour, the Supreme Court hears arguments on President Obama's order to let unauthorized immigrants with citizen children remain in the country. That's Monday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.